Namaste. This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice and methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have a serious issue. And if a Chod session doesn't feel right to you, please do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. By watching and/or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so very much for joining me for our Friday puja and satsang. And tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you the Dzogchen, Longchen, Ningtik, Kusali, Chod meditation. This will be presented as a guided meditation for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. So this coming Tuesday, I'll be sharing with you the Bij Mantra meditation for the next of the Mahavidya goddesses in our series, Ma Domavati, the Divine Widow. And then Friday, a week from today, part 28 of our Fire Puja and Satsang series on the 64 yoginis. And that night we'll be honoring the goddess Vikatanana. Rather interesting divine female figure with the face of a bird. So Vikatanana. So tonight's presentation is an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan Chod practice called the Dzogchen Ningtik Kusali Chod practice. Dzogchen means the great completeness, referring to the fact that all qualities of Buddhahood are complete on the level of something called Rigpa, and Rigpa is pure awareness. Dzogchen practices are therefore designed to cultivate this pure level of awareness. The next two words, Longchen Ningtik, refers to the philosophical principle within the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism, as revealed to the 18th century sage Jigme Lingpa. And then Kusali Chod means the beggar's feast. And this expresses the idea that when acting in true compassion, if we have nothing else to offer, we can always offer ourselves. In other words, an act of seva. The text of this Chod practice was translated by Lama Drimid and his team in 2006 and is available on scribed.com. So this practice will be offered as a guided sound meditation for healing. And again, as I said before, the healing of body, mind, and spirit. And it's going to be shared in both its original Tibetan language as well as English. That way you can experience the energies of the original language, plus still getting the meaning and the imagery behind this practice. If anyone is new to this series who wants to learn more about Chod practice, I would invite you to watch several of the previous recorded installments of Chod practice that can be found on this channel. But essentially, we are working with constructs of inner processes as personified by our inner demons. And instead of trying to fight these presences or repress them or destroy them or cast them out, we are honoring them, and honoring them by giving them that which they most desire, which is ourselves. And through that process, those personages are being transformed into bodhisattvas, into helping entities, into benevolent light beings. Tonight's practice will take place in a number of stages. There'll be a simple cleansing and puja ceremony to help set the mood of the practice by establishing sacred space. I'll then invite all of you to lay down in Shavasana, Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You could also do this practice as a seated meditation as well, if that's more comfortable for you. I'll then give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that's in need of healing or resolution. And if you wish, you'll also be given the opportunity to visualize your issue as a living being, again, a personal demon. And you'll be feeding this demon in the course of the meditation and therefore transforming it. There's really nothing else for you to do. Just open your receptivity and allow the words, the chants, and the melodies to guide your consciousness where it needs to be at this moment. Each section of our Chod will be sung in Tibetan and English, accompanied by traditional instruments, the temple drum, the shang bell, and the kangling, or thigh bone trumpet. And again, there's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience is unique for each individual. So let this practice be your own. The first sections are called the refuge, that is the calling of divine forces, and the bodhicitta. And in the bodhicitta, we're establishing an intention to establish divine enlightened consciousness for the purpose of relieving sufferings of oneself and also all sentient beings. The main practice is called the Longchen, or body offering, and it progresses in the following stages. The first stage is called the Poa, and this is where we're going to envision ejecting our consciousness through, coming up through our central channels, through the crowns of our heads, and aiding in this process. We will, as we project our consciousness, we will manifest ourselves as the dark blue or black Dakini Tromanagmo, who we see in this bone carving on our altar. She's also known as Chod Kali, or the wrathful Kali. So we'll imagine ourselves as this form of the Divine Mother standing over our lifeless corpses, which are then offered to our inner demons out of compassion for their transformation and healing. And this offering will be served as 4 symbolic feasts, each for a different class of entities. So first is the white feast, and this would be for the Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, our teachers, the benevolent deities. The red feast for the more wrathful deities, also the Dharma protectors and the directional deities. A rainbow feast, and this is for the beings of the 6 realms, essentially all sentient beings on different levels of the cosmos, which we can see in this Tanka image, which is the wheel of life. And then finally, the black feast. And in the black feast, this is where we are feeding our inner demons, the fruits of our bodies, as well as our karmic creditors, those entities to which we owe karmic debts to. Those 4 feasts, I'll be sharing really my own writings with you to aid in visualization for each of those 4 feasts. We will then offer the guests of our 4 feasts our altruistic love in the sections called the giving of Dharma and the dedication of merit. Here we show the way to enlightenment to those beings who are transformed by consuming the feast items. Then there'll be a short mantra recitation, and finally some closing prayers and a reintegration of the Divine Mother and those transformed beings back into ourselves. There'll also be a short silent meditation to allow you to rest and to fully integrate the practice and its effects, and then a closing benediction. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we'll be using the mantra Phay, very often spelled P-H-A-T, but pronounced pay. It means crack or boom. And this mantra releases our intentions into the cosmos. So I invite you at this point to sit comfortably, look upon your screen with a relaxed gaze, and just observe our opening puja, and just allow this as an opportunity to help set the mood for the work that we're about to do. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sepadevara Argyam Praticha Hum Sva. We offer water for sipping. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sepadevara Padyam Praticha Hum Sva. We offer water for washing. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Pushpe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer flowers. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Dupe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer incense. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Aloke Praticha Hum Sva. We offer light. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Navidye Praticha Hum Sva. We offer food. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Gande Praticha Hum Sva. We offer fragrance. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Shabda Praticha Hum Sva. We offer music. Om Mahaguru Devadakinye Sapadavada Puja Praticha Hum Sva. And we offer our devotion. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma Tromanagmo Devi. So I invite you now to lie down in Shavasana or sit comfortably, whichever works best for you. But find a position where your back is straight and take a moment and make any adjustments that you might need so that you can remain still for the next several minutes. I then invite you to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and open yourself to the visualizations and the experience of this meditation. And if you wish, I invite you to think about and maybe visualize a personal issue that's currently in need of healing or resolution. Think about it, visualize it, and if possible, just check in with your body and note where this issue might reside in your physical body, because this can be a personal focus for the energies generated in this practice. And then if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it were a living being. This is your personal demon, which you will feed and aid in transformation into a benevolent being of light during the Black Feast portion of our meditation. So begin to notice its appearance, its color, its skin, its eyes, its size, its shape, its expression, any sounds that it might be making. And any other characteristics. Just honor whatever comes into your realm of awareness. And then take a deep and clearing breath and let it go for the time being. And then just allow yourself to relax, breathe deeply, and let the songs and let the chants and the mantras and the instruments guide your consciousness. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Sangye chodang sok chok la, jang cho pado kyap sushi, rang zendon ni rab drup chir, jang chup semni kiet pagi, sem chen de dang den gyur chik, druk nal kundang dral vashok, de dang tak tu mi dral zing, pay. Until enlightenment we take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha. We generate the awakened mind in order to perfectly accomplish our aims and the aims of all others. May all beings find happiness. May we be free from all suffering. May our happiness be everlasting. Pay. Shokunam nitok pashok Longchen bove la dochon Samtang pego neing laton Samtrang pego neing laton Pay. May we realize the nature of all things by forsaking our beloved bodies. Our mind emerges from our crown into space. Our minds emerge from our crowns into space. Chom Tramagir Ye non mong do chom trigogi Supun po do chom tot padrek Yon ye chet so kiben the talk Kusam game go yet pazok Yantong sungang be bam rodi Atundong hamge kidit silso Drusum gino pejang pulkir Oh mahong Oh mahong Oh mahong The demon of the Lord of Death is conquered. Our consciousness becomes strong anagmo. The demon of afflictions is conquered by the curved blade in her right hand. The demon of the aggregates of form is conquered and our skulls are cut. She holds a skull cup in her left hand in the manner of enlightened activity. Our skull is placed on a tripod hearth of human heads for the three subtle bodies within our corpses large enough to fill the billion-fold universe with the letters Our bodies melt into the nectar of wisdom, and they are purified, increased, and transformed by the power of three syllables. Oh mahong, oh mahong, oh mahong, oh mahong, oh mahong. Pay. The fire burns, skull cup boils, steam rises, forming white offering clouds of nectar. Dakinis emanate from the heart of the mother, carrying the offerings to their recipients. The Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas are teachers, the peaceful deities, and benevolent spirits. For them, the nectar manifests as puja offerings, gold, jewels, silks, palaces, and healing medicines. Oh mahong, 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 pay. Fire burns and the skull cup boils. Steam rises, forming red offering clouds. The Dakinis carry this offering to the wrathful gods, the Dharma protectors, and the directional deities. For them, the offerings manifest as wine, meat, horses, armor, and weapons. Oh mahong, 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 pay. offering clouds to be carried to the beings of the six realms, those who dwell in the deepest hells, the realm of the hungry ghost, the animals, the humans, the jealous gods, and the heavenly deities. These offerings manifest as those things each needs and desires. By consuming them, the beings of the six realms are relieved of their sufferings and attained enlightened consciousness. Here you are invited to visualize yourself receiving the medicines you need most at this time for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. Om Ahong, 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 Pei. Again, our bodies are suddenly reborn. Then they collapse, falling down dead. With the curved knife in her right hand, Tromonogmo chops our bodies into pieces. The fire burns, the skull cup boils, black steam rises, signaling the demons and malevolent spirits and karmic creditors to gather. Upon our flayed and bloody skins, Tromonogmo heaps our flesh, our blood, our fat, bones, and organs. The demons and spirits feast happily upon our bodies. And again, through this feast, their sufferings are relieved, their wounds are healed, and their eyes are opened to enlightened consciousness. At this time, you are invited to watch your own personal demons partaking of the feast and being transformed into benevolent light beings. Om Ahong, 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 Om Ahong. Pei, Pei, Pei. Above, the guests who receive the offerings are satisfied, having perfected the four accumulations. We obtain the common and supreme spiritual powers. Samsaric guests below are pleased and karmic debts are discharged. In particular, all harm doers and all obstructors are satisfied. We dedicate the merit to the benefit and happiness of all sentient beings. May all space be filled with the benefit and happiness of every suffering. Let they ripen upon us. May the ocean of sufferings be dried up. May the ocean of sufferings be dried up. Illness illnesses, evil spirits, and all obstacles. Let them subside into space. Adversity and self-grasping are crushed into dust. Adversity and self-grasping are crushed into dust. In conclusion, the nature of all the offerings and recipients without exception is placed in a great perfection. Is placed in a great perfection. Chod tam tam chod kyo li chong. Take your diesen shek po song. Gula go pagang in pa. Ge Dzogchen po di ket song. Tik pa chi tang me cha zing. Eva pun sum sok Pachet Range semne jong sudo Dine sange tempayin Tempadam pechola yun rindu Ne pagyo chi Hey everything arises from a cause. This cause was taught by the Buddha. What is the cessation of sufferings? Great practitioner of virtue, explain this to us. Refrain from every negativity. Engage in an abundance of virtue and completely tame one's own mind. These were the Buddha's teachings. May all beings abide by these teachings of the sacred Dharma forever. May the beings abide by these teachings of the sacred Dharma forever. Pay, 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 pay. So nam di tam shed yi kani shin, sipe sole trova trova sho, jampa pavo yisan kempadan, kantu zangpo de yang de shinte, dega gang kiche sudak longchen, geva didak tam chedrak to know, do some check big yap tam cheki, nova gang la chung tu gag vadi, dagi geve sadvadi dunkan, zampo chocherap tu novagi, zampo chocherap tu novagi. By this merit through the nature of complete devotion and the total defeat of all negative forces, all sickness, sufferings, and death from the oceans of existence, may all beings find liberation, just as the omniscient Manjushri and the sage Kunto Zanko has done. So shall we, by training accordingly. Thus we dedicate all of this virtue. We dedicate the same manner as the Buddhas, as dedication is highly praised by the Buddhas of the three times. Dedicate these roots of virtue to perfection of the deeds of the excellent. Om Benzakrotokali Bamarini Sahum Pei. 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 Jema. 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 May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separate from supreme joy that is beyond all sorrow. And may all beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Pay. 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 I invite you now to visualize the black Dakini Tromanogmo dancing just above your heads. She is surrounded by the participants of the four feasts, including our karmic creditors and our inner demons. They have now been transformed by our offerings into bodhisattvas, into benevolent beings of light. With the next breath and the syllable pay, this scene will transform into a sphere of golden light suspended above the crowns of our heads. Pay. Visualize now the golden sphere above you. With the next inhalation and the syllable pay, the sphere will descend through the crown of your head, through your central channel, to rest in your heart center. Pay. And I invite you now to rest for a while in a place of stillness and silence, fully integrating this practice into your being. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation, and slowly bringing yourselves back to your personal spaces. Breathe deeply. Hear the sound of my voice. Any other sounds that might be within your room. Feel the floor beneath you. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. and the clothes that cover you. And slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, your arms and legs. Maybe give it a little stretch. And if you're lying down, you feel comfortable, you can roll yourself over on one side and rest there for a moment. And then when ready, engage your arms to bring yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And feel that presence of the Divine Mother within yourself as well as surrounding you, and know that she is there for you always. And just remind yourself to be open to subtle changes from having taken part in this sadhana in these days ahead. Maybe flashes of insight or some interesting dreams. Maybe just feeling better in some way or handling a situation differently, and just appreciate those subtle changes in the days to come. And give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight, knowing you can replay this recording anytime that you would like to do this practice again. And slowly opening your eyes. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed that this evening. And I wish you a good night and a restful sleep tonight. A good weekend ahead. And I want to thank those who are joining me live, CF and Elizabeth and anyone else. And also I'd like to thank anyone who'll be watching the recording sometime in the future. And I look forward to you joining me Tuesday, 7 p.m. for our next Bij Mantra practice to the Mahavidya goddess Dumavati, the Divine Widow. So until then, thank you. And Elizabeth, thank you for sharing what you just did. Thank you, and Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Mata Di, and have a wonderful night, and thank you.